If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
B.B. Calmer, head football coach and athletic director Adam Fossett joins us this morning, and the first W of the regime last Friday night. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I thought we came out and put together a complete game, and we talked about it all week about not shooting ourselves in the foot and doing things and how important special teams are, how important defense, offense. So we come out and we score on offense, defense, and special teams, and put together a total game. And that was a huge thing for us as far as from the first two games, you know, learning from our mistakes and getting better as a team and doing things the right way.
40 points, pretty good game all the way around.
Yes, it was. Put up a lot of points. Jason McMillan had a big night for us on both sides of the ball, 13 carries for 130 yards, and then defensively he had 13 tackles. So he did a good job for us. We talked we go up right before the half. We go up 14-7. We score. They're up 7-0, and we score. Make it 8-7, and we go to kick off, and somehow we recover the kick. So it wasn't a called.
Wasn't planned.
Wasn't called, anything like that. I had to sub a kicker in. He was a little nervous and got under the ball more than he got into the ball. And short kick, ball's laying there, we recover it, and we're able to capitalize on that to make it 14-7 right before the half. So halftime was all about, you know, we were getting the ball. I told him, I said, make a big play, they can get a good return. Let's set up a score. If we set up a score, they're down 2 scores. We've got them where we want them. And Jared Looney takes the kickoff back. So right out of the second half, we're rolling. So momentum was on our side. The kids played hard. The excitement, like it's fun to see because everybody's starting to understand. They're starting to get it. They're starting to. So like the kids that aren't in the game, that aren't physically in the game, they're mentally in the game. They're paying attention to what's going on. Mm-hmm. They're cheering their teammates on. They're focused on what's happening. They're not just standing around doing nothing. And then later on in the game, we got everybody in the game.
I was about to say, you get to play a lot of kids.
Right. So we played a ton of kids, and when those starters came off, they continued to watch the game. They weren't, sitting with their buddies celebrating on the bench. Mm-hmm. They were watching those younger guys that they practice with every day. They were watching them to see, hey, how are they doing? How are they, So it's fun to see these guys come together. It's fun to see it all kind of mold together and take place.
Defense gives up 1 score. That's a pretty good night's work.
Yes. Defensively, I think we're getting a lot better defensively. We're able to rotate some guys in. Mm-hmm. So we are playing some younger guys in some spots that it helps us because we can spell some of those guys, especially some of the big guys, our offensive linemen. We can get them a couple plays off on a defensive series and let those younger guys get in there and kind of wreak havoc and do some things. So Coach Watts and Coach Hale are doing a good job with our defense. They study the game and they know.
You kind of let them do their thing as far as defense, or are you really involved in that as well?
No, I let the coaches coach. I've been with Coach Watts for a long time. He's been with me for a long time, started at Childersburg. So I trust what he does. He presents his game plan to me on Sundays, and this is what we want to do. This is why we want to do it, and man, go get it. So I let him run that. So Coach Brown and I run the offense and focus on it more so than anything.
So it's basically a 7-day-a-week job, especially during in football season.
Right. Yeah, and that, excuse me, it's coaching is a passion. It's something that we do because we love to do it. And the other day, a parent saw me and they're like, "I saw you cutting grass." I'm like, "Yes, that's what's got to be done." "I saw you lining the practice field." "Yeah, that's what's got to be done." So Monday, a gentleman came out to take some pictures of practice, and I was putting the finishing lines on the practice field. I said, "Don't take a picture of me painting the field." I said, "They'll think that's all I do is paint the field and cut the grass." So I coach too, So But yeah, it's constant. It's nonstop. You know, Saturdays are about the only day that we get some time off, but we're still, depending on what happens Friday, depends on how you feel Saturday. So last Saturday was a good Saturday. So, you know, it's always good to be able to get a win on Friday night and be able to enjoy Saturday afternoon.
Well, the first W of the season for B.B. Comer, a big win over Glencoe at Legion Stadium last Friday night. Your reward for that is playing one of the top teams in Class 3A, Randolph County. They've got a mat on. We'll talk to Coach Fossett about that right after the break.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Not getting a good night's sleep? Come into King's Mattress Outlet in Sylacauga and let us help you get that good night's sleep you deserve. We carry the best quality mattresses at the best prices from Restonic, King Cole, and Park Place. Eurotop Queen mattresses start at $199. Check out our Restonic Cabot Eurotop mattress with 1,000 individually pocketed coils, marvelous middle for back support, and comfort gel memory foam. King's Mattress Outlet in Sylacauga. Best quality at the best price.
The theme at B.B. Comer, restoring the roar, and first-year head coach, athletic director Adam Fossett, our guest. And as a welcome to B.B. Comer, you're facing three teams that's in the top 5 in Class 3A, and Randolph County, one of those, they should be unbeaten.
Right. Yeah, Randolph County should have won last week. Played Piedmont. Looking at the film, they kind of gave the game away. So, you know, I've had a ton of people ask me about the schedule, and you know, we were talking about it yesterday, and I said, you know, the schedule is what it is. I said we have to play them, we have to prepare for them, we have to be ready for them. So that's what we'll do. You know, I've told our guys all week, Randolph County is a very physical team. They're going to fire off the ball. They're going to get after it. Their tailback is one of the better athletes I've seen play in a while. So we definitely have a challenge with them. So with that being said, we've had a good week. We're fairly healthy. So you know, our biggest thing is to play assignment football. We've got to do, again, going back to defensively, we've got to do what we're supposed to do. So if a blitz is called in a certain gap, they've got to run that blitz for us to be successful. So, but yeah, Randolph County is physical. Again, I think they're 2 or 3 in the state. You know, we've already been to Sachs. We go to Randolph County, and then Piedmont's in the mix as well, and we go to Piedmont. So not only do we play all 3 of those teams in our region, we play all 3 of them on the road. So we don't get to play with our home crowd and things like that.
And Randolph County, a seasoned team with playoff experience too.
Yes, yeah. And Randolph County played for the state championship last year. So I think Hillcrest Evergreen beat them in the state championship. So you know, they've and just a little backlog. They played Piedmont in the semifinals,
right?
So which was in, you know, another region game. They played each other 3 times in 1 year, but they played each other in the semifinals, and the winner got to go to the state championship. So that tells you how strong and how just tradition rich they are. So, but the other thing is that's where we want to be. That's where we want to take this program. So. I use that to show our guys, hey, look, this is where we want this program to go. These guys are traditionally, you know, good. They year in and year out. Their young kids feed in, and it just keeps on going. It's just a vicious cycle. So that's what we want to have at Comer and just keeping it going. So, and I can see that in our young kids. You know, our JV played Tuesday night. You know, we're 2-0 right now. So again, we're getting a lot of young kids on the field, getting a lot of young kids meaningful snaps, and that's what's important, is getting them those snaps and getting them, and that keeps them out there. You know, the young kids, the 7th and 8th graders, are at practice all the time, and if we don't have that JV schedule, then they're not going to stick around. So it's good to have that, so that you're building that program. You're building it one step at a time.
As with Sachs and Randolph County, BB Comer going to have to play almost free era football game, and may need a little help from the opponent.
Yeah, it's we're going to have to make sure we don't make mistakes. And one thing that I feel good about is some changes that we've made, or some adaptions we've made, especially offensively, which we started last week. We started doing some gun stuff, some two-back gun stuff, and things like that. So I feel good about that. I feel good about at practice this week. I've explained to them, hey, this is football. This is physical. We've got to be physical. So yesterday was a very physical practice, and they, at the end of practice, all the guys were like in good spirits. It's probably one of the best practices we've had. And one of my coaches said, we've been out here for over 2 hours, and one of the kids was like, man, it seems like we just got out here. So when that's the mentality, you've had a good day. So. But yeah, we'll go, we'll compete, and we'll come home and keep fighting. And that's the key, is to keep getting after it.
Coach Adam Fossett, the head football coach and athletic director at BB Comer High School, our guest this morning. Who are some guys that first 3 games have kind of stood out? I think you mentioned one or so earlier, but some of the other guys have really stepped up and taken a leadership role with the Tigers.
Well, obviously I spoke about Jason earlier. Jason's been a workhorse for us. Ward Rush has done a great job for us at quarterback. He commands the offense, and he's a tough kid. He's very, very tough kid. So a couple other guys that they don't get the stats is Brent Beard, offensive lineman, Jared Horton. They're both seniors. Both of them play offense and defensive line. So they're pluggers, so they don't have a big stat line, so to speak. But they've done a good job for us. We've gotten solid play out of Justin Vincent and Raphael Johnson lately. The Looney twins have played well for us. Jared took the kick back. Rodney's played well for us. So a lot of kids have stepped up and taken their role pretty seriously. So and we've got some young kids. Devontae Carmichael is a freshman, and he gets in there. I mean, he's in the mix all the time. So if he's in the game, he's going to be in on the play.
BB Comer had for a number of years faced, as a lot of high school teams, the numbers game, and much better numbers this year. You've got the junior high coming up, and so that bodes well for the future.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the numbers are good. It's we've probably got 6 or 7 kids, 9 through 12, that should be out, that we think, hey, you need to be playing football. And then 7 through 8, or 7th and 8th, there's probably about 5 kids that we really want to get. And it's pretty neat, because even before last Friday, there's kids coming up, and they'll say, Coach, I'm going to play football next year.
The kids recruit kids.
Oh yeah. The kids are recruiting them. They tell them about what's going on, and this is practices are hard, but this happens and that happens, and what you do off the field helps you gain an advantage on the field. So the kids know. I mean, we're tough at practice. We're tough on them. We have high expectations, but we also care about them. We also talk to them. We also, our kids are human, just like we're human. Some days we get up and it's just not a good day, and that happens with them. So we have to be aware of that. We have to be, it's a couple times this week I've gotten a message from another coach, hey, so-and-so's, something's up with so-and-so. We need to talk to him, or whoever gets to him first, talk to him. And that's the key. Our coaching staff is also very strong. This is only our first year, but we're very well knitted. We're very loyal to each other and take care of each other, and the kids see that too. So they trust us more, and it's just a building thing. It's this isn't. It's not a complicated thing. It's just spending some time with them and getting to know them. It's not just the footballs. It's not just the X's and O's and things like that. So I've always believed that you care about the kids and show them that you care about them, and they'll perform for you and take care of you and do everything that they need you to do.
All right. Coach Adam Fossett, the head football coach and athletic director at B.B. Comer. The Tigers on the road to Randolph County tomorrow night. Coach, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
More Daybreak coming up after this.